No, no way. Okay, and then okay. And then we need to invite all Cecily, so coach. Oh no, we have to say. No, coach now. Coach, siyaxolisa mane technical difficulties zisishayile kancane. I think we're ready to go. Yeah, uzohlala. Ungasondela nina coach.
Oh yeah,
coach.
Yeah.
Keep your neck down. It's so admit wall. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, welcome to the Orlando Pirates. This is Golden Arrows post-match press conference.
Thank you so much.
Okay, may you kindly give us ask everyone, please put your microphones on mute.
We expected a tough match, and indeed it was a tough match. Try and win with the affirmation. One thing that is always
Coach seems to be on mute.
For possession is not good enough. I thought we had enough possession to win the match. Pirates were still very dangerous with the break attacks, and when they put on speed with Hoto on the left, Wade Yoste on the right, and Mango, I was worried of one ball that could be played on top. We were caught on the break.
Guys, the coach keeps being muted.
Guys, we've asked the coach to restart, but may I ask Maxwell Ramaru to please keep your microphone on mute. because it's just when we're muting you here from our side, it also automatically mutes our laptop for some reason. So I'm gonna ask the coach to repeat again his views on the match, brief summary, but everyone else, do please keep your microphones on mute because it distorts the sound and we have to repeat the process now. Thank you.
Tough match as we expected. Pirates are not an easy team. This is a big team. Coming from a loss previous match, we expected such a tough match. We wanted to defend well, but have the ability to come out, try and impose our match when we have the ball. But I felt first half we had the challenge on our right-hand side, Pirates' left, where they were overloading with Sam and Bule. We had to sort that half-time. Fortunate that they didn't score from those situations. We wanted to also impose a bit of our game, which was a challenge first half. But once we introduced him, Charlie, it was better. We're still lacking though in the final third. Possession, maybe breaking the line, getting behind the defense and scoring. But having said that, you're playing Orlando Pirates here, not any team. I'm just happy that we got to the point, although I was greedy and wanted all the points.
We're now open for questions from the floor. If anyone has a question for the coach, please unmute yourself and go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, good evening. Outstanding. Can I go?
Go ahead,
All right. Thank you. Good evening, Coach. A good result for you away from home. Coach, I just wanted to speak about your number 6, Perisic, 26 years of age. I mean, I saw him in the middle of the park, doesn't really run much. He reads the game very well for that age. Tactically aware as well. He does the most difficult things easier. That is, pass and move. Really doesn't do anything fancy. How good a player and how happy are you with his performance? Because he really plays like a midfield maestro at his age. Thank you.
Seth has been with the team. I know him when he was 9 years. That is how long he has been in the club. He has always been a good player. Small in structure, but the brains are big. And he was a switch because we had a late injury of the captain, Matian. So we had to move Shitolo from midfield and play him at the back. So for him, whether you bring him from outside, whether you start the game, is very simple but very effective. It's my kind of player. I like his type of player and his qualities. Hopefully he can grow and be better. Let's see what comes out from it.
Next question.
Thank you. Coach Velile here. On the result, I think this is for the first time this season that you failed to score. Very impressive record that you've had, that you were able to score in each and every game. What would you say is the difference this season? Not only the good brand of football that you're playing, but also managing to find the back of the net regularly.
We had the analysis of last season. And it's a short blanket. Pitso Mosimane's short winter blanket. When you try and work on the attack, the defense is exposed. You try and work on the defense, the attack is exposed. We're trying to find the balance. That one, we want to concede less, but again, work on the attack. But I must also mention that the technical team, Maputi being a former striker, are contributing a lot in trying to improve the team in front of goals. But again, the synergy within the team, the understanding, the respect, and you must also understand that Steve left a week before matches were started. I was not expecting that I might sit in a higher podium at that stage, but how it happened when players just saw me in front and they're giving whatever they are giving, I'm just proud that one. 3 clean sheets in a row now. I'm looking at the positive, although we failed to score today.
Coach, maybe Mark Stradham, Times Live. We've always known Arrows as a very skillful team, a lot of the talent from KZN. But this consistent start, 7 draws, 4 wins, one of the most consistent starts from Arrows yet. And you can really see the level of organization of the team as well. Can you just take us through that organization, because you can see the work rate and the closing of spaces as well.
Mark, there's a choice. If you are a coach and you entering this fray, you have a choice. It's either one, you have a coach influence strategy. So one, you just believe that what the coach wants is going to work. If you believe in the 4-4-2, you want this team to play 4-4-2. Or it's a player influence approach. Arrows have got short players, skillful players, very fast, lots of energy. So one, I looked at what we have and checked how can we use that to the best of my ability and their ability. So I thought this is working well. And I said, Mark, sometimes as coaches, we want to be too high than the players that we are coaching. The fact that I went to the university, not all the players went to the university. Now we have a choice. It's either you go to their level or the players come to your level, but there's lots of them. So one, I try to be in their level while I'm trying to lead from the front. And I think it's working well for now.
Thanks.
I was trying not to ask all my questions here, Coach. But in terms of your projections for the season, once you have a good start like this, I'm sure it's also in you that you continue with some good form like this. In terms of your projections, what would you like to achieve out of the season?
Really, I'm a very cautious person. I don't want to be over ambitious in case I put the players under pressure. We haven't changed from how we projected the season. We're trying to get in a group of 5 games. We're trying to get minimum 8 points. And this group already, we played the first match. Today we've got 4 points. Take it in small chunks. When you add these points at the end of the season, then you will know where it takes you. Once you start being over ambitious and overzealous, maybe for a team like ours, you might be punching above your weight. Take one game at a time, take each group as it comes, try and achieve the points that you want to get. I'm still on that and I haven't moved.
Do we have any further questions for the coach? Anyone
Yes.
other than Leah?
Yes. Coach, can you just tell us what is the most thing that you enjoying about this job so far at Golden Arrows? As I said, as my colleague and senior that is Velile said that you have not lost any game this season. But what is the most thing that you are enjoying thus far in the job at Golden Arrows? Thank you.
The respect that I get from everybody. Normally, when you have been an assistant coach within the same structure, and you get promoted into the senior stage, the challenge is, can the players and everybody else see you as a relevant leader in front of them? One, I enjoy that part. That the respect that I get from everybody is gratifying. Secondly, one, the unity. As a leader, you have the responsibility to keep the unity within the team. I think one has achieved that. The players a bit of freedom. I gave the players a controlled freedom. That one, we've got responsibilities in defense with everything that you're doing, but don't lose the ball. And it seems to be working with our players. For me, for now, that is the whole plan and the excitement that I'm having, that we must be responsible in whatever we're doing.
Final 3 questions. Any takers on the final 3 questions? Going once, going twice. And on that note, we've come to the conclusion of our press conference with Golden Arrows. We'll come back shortly with the Orlando Pirates coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Tandy. Thank you. COVID-19 has taught you so many.
We're now joined by our coach, Joseph Simbawa. Welcome, coach. May you just give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective?
Yeah, better game like the last game. I think it was in the game. We have in the first half good opportunities. We can score. One situation I think is with Sam was not offside. We can score, and yeah, we have good opportunities with overload on the side or in the box, but then the final pass not good enough and not strong enough or unconcentrated, and yeah, then we cannot score. We have a little bit big unluck with Lords. The header goes on the post. Second half, I think, was yeah, we have to win. We want it goes in the second half and say play more offense, go, and then it's normal that the opponent get more opportunities. But I think we have the better opportunities. We can score. Have also a little bit of problem with the final pass, with the shootings. We shoot done not. We have a lot of opportunities we can shoot, but then it's too late. Then it's the opponent's leg in the way, like in the first half. So also, how to have then a good chance he can score, but the first touch was a little bit too far from his foot, and he comes then not on the ball, and this was a big chance, and the offside maybe it's a half meter. I think it's correct. This was an offside. And then if you don't score, you cannot win a game. But the performance and the attitude what the guys give today was okay. Was much better. But the results, it's not enough for me.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Good evening, and lucky on the result. Coach, I think two of your most influential players today were not really added. That is Tembinko Siloj as well as Vincent Pule. Hence, you pulled them out. Is that one of the reasons why you didn't get a win today? That two of your most influential players were not really doing good today. And secondly, Coach, for the first time in a very long time, a lot of turnovers from Pirates. Is that a bit of a concern for you, Coach? Thank you.
Yeah, Pule and Lodge was maybe it's all a situation for conditioning. Pule was 2 weeks close to for 2 weeks ago. He was out 2 weeks. He was sick, and Lodge was injured. Now they have a lot of games in a row, and I think this is then the reason for also for the turnovers. If you have not a full concentration, in terms of conditioning, then you'll be unconcentrated, and then you lose easy balls. I think this was not the best games for both guys, but they have the chance. Lodge can score. You have the chance, and Pule also with one shoot, but it was then not enough. And the other guys comes in. He give us freshness. Otto was good, but it was in this day was not enough.
Yes,
Coach.
Okay.
Yes, Coach. Masabe, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay. Coach, it's very late here. I just wanted you to ask you about the changes that you made to the team. You've really had Happy and Tyson playing together at centre back. If you can have more on what you trying to get there and what necessitated that, and also having Sam starting at left back today.
I think Tyson make a good performance, but Happy make a really good game for me, and also Sam. Comes good in the game. He have a lot of good opportunities, like in terms of crossings, in terms of runnings in the final third. I think he make a good game, and for centre back also. I think this was not a problem for us in the defense today. It was more the problems in the final third. For say it again, we have Margarini in the first half. He's in the center, stay in the center on the box, and you have the opportunity, he can shoot, and then he want also the small pass to Lodge. And this is the things you have to do a decision in this area. Yeah, it's not always then playing. No, shoot, cross, clear decisions. This is what we need, and then you have a chance. You can earlier score, and then it's a different game. Then they have to come then, and then they have to work on the results, and then it's easier for us. But to say it again, Lodge have a big chance and have unluck with the post. When you score that, then it's a different game for us.
If I can go, guys. Good evening, Coach. I just need to find out, it's Temba Shabalala, Jose FM Sports. I just needed to find out, Coach, you seem to have quite good strikers, but since Lipasa is not there, you seem to be starting matches without strikers and leaving, last it was Mundele on the bench, Mhango as well on the bench, starting matches without strikers, playing with Zugamanja and Lodge. How does that come about, Coach, when you've got so much material? Is the technical thing, or is the shortage of confidence on the players that you have?
No, this is not the confidence. This is the conditionings. You remember Kappa was out, and he made now 2 games in a row, 90 minutes, and you see he comes in, and 5 minutes later he was injured in the muscle problems. And we have the feeling before. We speak about it, the players. We get the informations. We get the feedback what it's happened, and then it's not possible. You can start with the player what he have problems, and normally we have to give him a break, but we need a goal, and this was the reason we bring him in. This is always the reason what you have when the player is long out, like Lodge also. Yeah, the conditioning it's going down, and you have a lot of games in the past time. Yeah, this is not an execute, but you see what's happened in the CAF. We have a CAF game, and the same players was on the field, like in the last games. And we have the MTN8. It was the same players, and one player he can more on this side. He can more runs, and he can not problems. And the other players is then not so in this position. He can more run. This is always up to the players. And in terms of strikers, then you have to be careful with this. And the same is like Gabba today. Gabba was, I say it again, Gabba was injured, and he works on the conditioning, and then he comes back, and then you make 90 minutes, and then you need a break normally then. And now you bring it in, and then you get the risk, and then you get the insurance again. I hope it's not so a big problem, but maybe we have unluck, and then we lose the next striker. And this is you say it before, Lepasa and Mapasa is the next striker, what we need in a moment. Mundila is not a long time here. He you need the information in terms of tacticals, you need the information in terms of conditionings. He have a long time before he was out, was injured, and he need times. But we have the other players, and this is the management what we need in these days now. You look in 2 games, in 2 or 3 days, we have the next game, and then normally you need then a player give a player a break, but you need now the players, and this is, you need results, and that's always the balance what you have to find. What is better now? You need the results. Then you say, okay, let him play, let him play, and then you go a risk in terms of injuries, go a little in.
I don't know if I can have a follow-up question to that.
The risk in terms of turnovers, the 100% maybe crosses was coming, then you be unconcentrated.
Firstly, just wait for the coach to finish. We're running out of time, guys. The curfew is fast approaching. So Temba, can you give someone else an opportunity? Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go, Coach, if you can hear me. Coach, it's 5 points from a possible 15, I think, by my mathematics from the last 5 matches. Before that, you had 10 matches unbeaten.
Hello?
Mark?
Coach, can you hear me?
Can you please repose your question?
Yes,
We
yeah.
lost you for a second. Please.
Okay, no, that's fine. Thanks, Tandy. Yeah, Coach, it's 5 points by my maths from the last 15 possible points in your last 5 games. Before that, you had gone 10 matches unbeaten in the league to last season. It's definitely a bit of a slump compared to where you were. What do you put that slump down to? I know sometimes a team, when they win a trophy, can lose a little bit of motivation. That shouldn't really happen in a big team like Pirates. Just what do you think has contributed to, what are the factors, and how do you turn that around? Thank you.
I think it's a lot of small things would be like Club with Atlanta Pirates, up and down, and you have games what you lead, and it's possible you can lose, and the same is you play a bad game and you can win a game, and the last game was really a bad performance, but today was much better, and we have opportunities, and this is the things what we need. You have in the moment not the best. You hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now, Coach. Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. I think it was close to finished. my sentence. You know, we can discuss. You have not the results, but if you win the game 1-0 today, 1-0, then we speak about opportunities what we have. But now it's other result, and then it's normal. The question is coming. But for me, it's a focus on Saturday. When we win one game, then it's coming, 100%, and this is the focus what I have. Yeah, you cannot change the game what is past. Yeah, we can work on the post-match now. We can work on a little bit improvement, but we have no time for big training sessions. But for me, it was good today to see we have opportunities and we can also run. We can change. Other guys get minutes, and this is important for us.
Thanks.
And the points will be coming. The points will be coming.
Thanks.
Sorry, can I ask Jose here from Football Conversations? Coach, looking at the online chatter in regards to one of your players, Makaringe, there seems to be some few Orlando Pirates who are still unsure of his place in the starting lineup. Can you maybe explain what do you see maybe from your end that warrants him starting game after game? Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, Fortune is a player you see today. Also, he can run 90 minutes, and this in a row. Like Ben is the same, but in the moment we need both players on the field until this game now. And you see the pass to Hotto come from Fortune. Fortune have a lot of good opportunities for final passing, or maybe he have also opportunity he can score, he can shoot. This is a player what is he give all things. He have a structure in a game. He can play different positions, and this is important for us. Yeah, he's a player. He's in the most of time 100% fit. He have not problems with muscles or whatever, with endurance things. Yes, it's a good player for us, and I'm happy I have him. But normally he need also a break. But in the moment we need him on the field.
We've now come to the conclusion of our press conference. Thank you everyone for participating. Thank you to both coaches, Coach Joseph Simba as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the media.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.